Hi everyone, Miss Renee here. I wanted to do a quick presentation about switching over from Zoom to Google Meet. So it's a short little guide for you and your parents to learn where you can find your Google Meet links. There's several different ways, so I know it can be confusing sometimes, so we'll go through it. First, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Miss Renee. I am the 21st Century Learning Coordinator for EMS, and I help students and teachers with technology, with educational technology, and strategies to help them learning online. So, a quick overview. Why did we move from Zoom to Google Meet? What do I need to use Google Meet? How can I join a meet? And some of the updates that are coming soon and have begun to happen already. So the first is, why do we move from Zoom to Google Meet? First off, we're a Google school. Most of our teachers are Google Level 1 trained, so it integrates with all of our resources, especially Google Classroom. Um, it's safer and it's more secure. Students and parents have a signed consent form and they know what Google does with any of their data. And it's easier for us to use, again, because it integrates with the G Suite for Education apps and so on. So next, what do I need to use Google Meet? So the first thing you need is the meeting link or a class nickname. You can use it on a phone or a tablet. If you use it on your phone or a tablet, you can go to the iTunes store or the Google Play Store and download it for the Android. You can use the browsers in your phone, but I do recommend getting the app because it has better functionality. And if you want to use it on your computer or your laptop, you have to have the current version of these browsers. So Chrome, obviously, Mozilla Firefox, Microsoft Edge, and Apple Safari. You just need to go to meet.google.com if you are not on Chrome or those other ones, so you can put in your meeting link there. How can I join a meet? So there are 7 ways that you can join, and your teacher is going to give you the instructions to which ones to use. So you can get a link in the banner of your Google Classroom. So you have to look out for your scheduled time, know where to look for your schedule. Teacher posts it in the stream or the classwork with a time, and I am going to go over these and show you where all of these options are. You can get a nickname and go to meet.google.com. The meet link is emailed to you by the teacher. You can have a calendar / or email invite. You can go to the Google app with the link, and then there is a brand new Gmail on the side of your Gmail account where you can join or start a meeting. It just came on mine today. I know it's come on some other people's earlier in the week, so it's just however fast they roll it out. So, a question: why are there so many ways to join? Well, Google likes to make things very, very integrated and be able to find them and use them from many different ways and places. It's a good way for us to be able to collaborate. Also, your teacher is going to choose the best way for them and how they organize themselves. Everybody's different, just like you are, and they have it set how they like it to be. So you have to be able to be sure and know what your teacher is expecting and where you can find all of your meet information. So the first thing is, how can I find it where the link is in the banner of your Google Classroom? So I'm going to go to a Google Classroom and show you where you can find that. It's very simple. It's right here. So if you click on that, you will go to your Google Meet. Now, if it is not the time and the teacher has not started the meeting, then it will not be available. So I'll click on that so you can see it will be available for me because I am a teacher in this class. So when you click on it, it's going to open up that and it's going to say getting ready to join in just a moment. Now, you would not be able to join because the teacher has not begun the meeting. Again, I can do it because I am a teacher in this classroom and it tells me who's there. So that is the one way. You can also see it if you have in your classwork stream as well. So it's in those 2 places. It makes it very easy. Sometimes the teacher, like you can see here, Miss Nicola put in the game and the time, math and the time. Some teachers might use this in the slide. So I have 2 examples here. Like this is the work for students to do. And the third thing, Google Meet today at 10:30 for math. So then I have another teacher here that has her slides and then guided reading group at this time and then math at this time. So you can, again, find out which way your teacher wants to do it and how they want to do it, and be sure to follow their instructions. So the next one is to the teacher's going to post it to the stream of the classwork. So we went over that. You can get a nickname and go to google.meet.com. So I have created a test class for me. So I'm going to go to meet.google.com, and I am going to put in the nickname for my class, which I'm going to put join or start a meeting. And you might want to know, why do we do these two different ways? Well, the first thing is again, I told you in the Google Classroom link, students can't join, and then teachers are also able to remove students at the end, so no one stays in a meeting beyond the time they need to. The same can go for a nicknamed meeting. So if your teacher wants to have a different meeting every time, basically a nickname meet or a Google Classroom meet is like a monitored space that can be closed off. If you have the link emailed and you have created through the calendar, that's an open space that's open all the time when anybody can join forever. So it's like an open room all the time for the rest of the end of time. So that's why some teachers might use that, and then some teachers might use the more secure nickname or Google Classroom link. So again, you have to talk to your teacher and find out what their preference is. So you can see that I joined the meeting with the nickname, and then it tells you who's here, and I could join now and go into my meeting. So that would give you another way to join. So you can also have the link emailed by a teacher, which you can see here. Sorry, the connection's a little bit slow. So you can see here, if I get it emailed to me and if I get an invite from the calendar, I can just click on this link and it will take me to my meet. Again, same thing, you'll press join. Here I have in my calendar, so I can have the same information. You can see this is past, and this is what I'm talking about. This link is open forever. So if I clicked on this, I could go to the same meeting that was from yesterday and click here to join the meet, or I could copy it, put it in, if I go to meet.google.com, or I can go to the app here, Google Meet. I can click on it in my apps, my 9-dot-menu apps. Here, going to give me the same thing. Join or start a meeting. I can enter my meeting code or the nickname. And then so when I go back here, we can see the new feature in Gmail. If it's going to load, there we go. This is brand new. So start a meeting or join a meeting. You can do it from here. If I'm a teacher and I want to start a meeting and with a nickname, I can do it there. If I'm a student, I can join a meeting, enter, if I do Renee test again, because I have done that. And again, this link or these nicknames will only be valid within the EMS Doha network. And it will give me a new window pop up, and then I would join just the same as I do with the other meetings. So again, lots of different ways to join. You have to be sure to talk to your teacher about which way that they prefer to do it. And Google Meet are gaining 2 million new users per day. So they have really started rolling out a lot of new features, and there are more to come, and I will be sure to update you when those are available. So you can see that I've got my thing, I can join, and then be in your meeting. Now we'll go back to our presentation here and talk about the updates, if it will load up for us. The updates that we have, the one you just saw, the new Gmail, which is very exciting because, again, Google likes to make things very collaborative and where you can do things with ease. They like to integrate a lot of things, and this is where you can do that. So our last slide that we're going to talk about are the updates. So again, you've got the Gmail. You also have some extensions that are provide extra functionality for Google Meet, and I will show you those here. I have put them on our continuous learning site in the tech help section. Don't know know why it's, there we go. Tech help up here in the top, the tech help part. If you scroll down to the bottom, sorry, my it's not wanting to load that much. And I've already recorded this video 3 times to try to make it perfect. So this is going to be my last effort. So if you scroll down, you can see here that I have put some guides on. So Google Meet Grid View, Google Meet Classroom, Nod Reflections for Google Meet. In the Google Meet Grid View, you can have a gallery view of the participants in a call. In Google Meet Classroom, that gives you a raise hand option and a very, very simple whiteboard option. So like if you're in your Google Meet, you always want to go unmuted because too much sound can really make it run slow and make things sound distorted, because if everybody's talking at the same time, they're not going to be able to hear each other. So it's best to go in on mute. And then this way, if you have a question, you could press the raise your hand, your name would come up, and it would show that you have a question. So your teacher could stop and allow you to unmute your meeting and then be able to ask your question. And then she or he can answer it. So what we have is the ability to, again, have a whiteboard and raise a hand. So then there's another page, another extension that is called Nod Reflections for Google Meet. And if my page will load here, I'm going to scroll down so you can see it. There we go. So here on the Google site, I have a Google Meet. So if you have a question, you can click on the icon and it will take you to a link that's a Google support for Google Meet. Here are the extensions that I was talking about: the Google Meet Grid, the Google Meet extension, and then Nod Reflections for Google Meet. It gives you the ability to raise your hand. Again, it's kind of a little bit the same, but it doesn't have the whiteboard option, but it gives you the ability to thumbs up or thumbs down. So if a teacher maybe asks a question, everybody's on mute, and she asks a question to check for understanding, you can do the thumbs up or the thumbs down to let he or she know if you understand what they're saying. It gives you a couple other fun things, like a high five and a couple other fun things. So if you click on these icons on the Google continuous learning site, you can be taken to the Google Web Store where you can click and add these extensions. So how to do that after you've clicked on those links, instructions are here. So the Google Meet Grid View, the Google Meet Classroom, and the Nod Reflections for Google Meet. I have done videos with instructions on exactly how to add those, what they do, and how you can use them. So I will go back to, this presentation. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at 21c.coor@emsdoha.net, and I will be happy to answer any of your questions. I definitely miss being in school and seeing everyone every day. There we go. Sorry, there is our updates. Google also has canceled background noise, which is very good. I know we've got a lot going on and things can be hectic in the house when you have lots of people there and you're doing things. And you can also present a tab. So when you present a tab, it is better for if you're trying to present something by video or something that's animated, you present that one tab and it has better functionality instead of just presenting your whole screen. And again, thanks. Stay safe. And if you have any questions, email me at 21c.coor@emsdoha.net. And I look forward to seeing everyone as soon as we possibly can get back to school.